Hello students, my name is Mini Sethi. Today we are going to learn about theory of big push. Originator of this theory is Paul Rosenstein-Rodan. Okay, this theory believe in big push in form of large investment. This theory believe in big push in form of large investment. Okay, according to this theory, large investment is necessary for growth of underdeveloped country. Okay, large investment is necessary to remove all obstacle in the growth of underdeveloped country. Okay, according to this theory, small investment is just waste of resources. Okay, so there must have minimum amount of investment. What does mean by minimum investment? Okay, minimum amount of investment means required level of investment that must is required for growth of economy. Okay, and Paul Rosenstein-Rodan talks about three type of indivisibilities. Okay, indivisibilities of production, indivisibilities of demand, indivisibilities of supply. One by one we discuss about this. Okay, first of all, what does mean by indivisibilities? Okay, according to this theory, indivisibilities mean any economy should not do things in small parts. Indivisibilities mean any economy should not do things in small parts. Okay, it should do things in large scale at one time. Okay, it should not do things in small part. It should do things in large scale at one time. Okay. Now, first of all, I will discuss about indivisibilities of production. Okay, when we do production in large scale, okay, when we do production in large scale, we get some economies. Okay, but Paul Rosenstein-Rodan give more importance to economies that arise from social overhead capital. Okay, what does mean by social overhead capital? Social overhead capital means investment on power, transport and communication. When we do investment on SOC, which we can say that social overhead capital, it will generate access capacity. Okay, for example, government of country is providing electricity at cheap rate. Okay, it will induce the growth of so many small scale industry. It will beneficial for so many industry. Okay, now we are talks about indivisibilities of demand. Okay, indivisibilities of demand says that single industry will not create any type of demand. So in underdeveloped country there must have interdependent industry. Interdependent industry means must have so many industry for the growth of underdeveloped country. For example, there has been 100 industry of consumer goods has been established. Okay, industry of tea, shoe, cloth, biscuit has been established in underdeveloped country. Okay, obviously they will hire they will hire labor. Okay, and suppose each industry is giving employment of 100 labor. Okay, 100 labor is employed by tea industry, 100 labor is employed by shoe industry, similar. Okay, and workers of these industry are spending their income on each other industries. For example, workers of tea industry are spending their some income on tea, some income on shoe, some income on cloth and some income on biscuit. Similar, workers of shoe industry are spending their some income on tea, some income on shoe, some income on cloth, some income on biscuit. They are spending their income on each other industry. Okay, as a result, demand of these industry product will increase. Okay, it will motivate producer for further investment. It will also motivate new producer for new investment. Okay, now we understand indivisibility of demand with the help of diagram. Okay, in x-axis we are taking quantities, in y-axis we are taking price. These are MR and demand curve of industry. Okay, as we know, MR represent margin revenue and D is demand curve, that is equal to average revenue. Okay, D is demand curve, that is equal to average revenue. Okay, these are marginal cost of industry, MC is marginal cost of industry, and this one is average cost of industry. AC is average cost of industry. Okay, when there is few investment, only single industry is operating, obviously investment is very low. Okay, at this moment we are getting loss because of low price. Okay, you can see when there is single industry is operating and because of lack of investment, total quantity of product is OQ and price of product is OP. Okay, total quantity is OQ and price is OP. Okay, and our marginal cost is more than marginal revenue. As you can see that our marginal revenue is QR and our marginal cost is SQ, and we are getting this amount of loss. Okay, when there is single industry is operating, quantity of product is OQ and price of product is OPU. Our marginal our average revenue is RQ and our average cost is SQ. Okay, and we are getting loss, that is equal to PKSR. PKSR is total amount of loss that we are getting because of single industry, because of few investment, because of lack of larger investment. Okay, when in underdeveloped country there are so many industries established. As we discussed, tea, shoes, cloth, biscuit industry has been established. Obviously there is increase in quantity. Okay, as you can see that there is increase in quantity and price also. Okay, now price of product is OP1 and quantity of product is OQ1. Because so many industry has been established, as a result our price and quantity both has been increased. Okay, as a result our profit also increased. You can see that now quantity of product is OQ1, price of product is OP1. Okay, and our marginal cost is average cost is equal to KQ1. AC is equal to KQ1 and our marginal revenue is S1Q1. Our average revenue is S1Q1. Okay, you can see that when so many industry has been established, as a result our total quantity and our price both has been increased. Similar, our profit also increase. You can see that now average revenue is more than average cost. Our average revenue is S1Q1 and average cost is SK1. Okay, and average revenue is more than average cost. As a result we are getting profit and our total amount of profit is P1 S1K. This is our total amount of profit that we are getting because of large investment, because so many interdependent industry has been established. You will see our loss converted into profit. Okay, this is all about indivisibilities of demand. Now lastly we discuss about indivisibilities of saving. In underdeveloped country, as you know, for doing large investment we need large saving, but in underdeveloped country have a lack of saving. Okay, so it is very important for underdeveloped country, as their income increase, their marginal propensity to save also increase. Okay, as their income increase, their marginal propensity to save must be increased. It must be greater than average propensity to consume. Okay, so that saving increase, as a result saving can be reinvested. Okay, this called indivisibilities of saving. Okay, I think you understand whole theory. Thank you.